Good morning. This morning I am making the most delicious, refined sugar-free, guilt-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, egg-free sweet treat out there, and it is just beautiful. I'm making black bean fudge. Would you ever dream of it? I really want to dare you to actually try it because it's so good, and it's just, you know, it's just got such pure ingredients in it. No cooking, completely raw, and takes 5 minutes. I actually was up at the Kuiper Flats Rugby Club last night, and I was running a workshop up there because they were doing it as a fundraiser because they want to get a new kitchen. And I made 2 dishes using black beans, one a black bean hummus, and then the other was a roasted pumpkin, black bean and quinoa salad. And so many of them hadn't ever tried black beans before, and they were blown away by the flavour, especially in the hummus, because you just would have no idea that that's what is in it. And they've got such a high nutritional value. So they were hoping that their local New World was going to be stocking lots of black beans, because there were certainly those that were going off to buy them. So this has got like 6 ingredients in it. Hi Erin, nice to have you here. I'm making black bean fudge. Isn't that amazing? So black beans have got a high nutritional value. They're a great source of protein and a great source of fibre, but also carbohydrates. So these are actually canned black beans. So when you make sure you rinse them and drain them, and therefore that will reduce 60% of the sodium content, because that's what you get when your food is canned, and they have to add in some salt as a preservative. Now, if you want to, I actually did some this week out of dried. If you want to do them dried, they're called turtle beans. So either black turtle beans or turtle beans. And you can get them at your bin in or bulk food savings or Indian stores. If you've got a local Indian store, often they have them. And soak them overnight. And then I actually did them in the pressure cooker, so they took about 15 minutes. I'd say they'd take about an hour and a quarter in the pot, but I would just Google that. So 1 can of black beans. And then I've got 4 tablespoons of cacao powder. Now cacao powder, now just to let you know, this recipe is on my website, by the way. So wickedwellbeing.com/recipes/ So, and then you can search up black bean fudge. Cacao powder is your rawest form of chocolate. It, as opposed to cocoa powder, it hasn't been exposed to high heat, and so therefore the nutritional value of it is preserved. Okay, so that's why we really love cacao powder, because it's got a high nutritional value. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla powder, because I'm using vanilla powder instead of vanilla essence or vanilla paste, but if you've got that, just use a teaspoon. A pinch of salt, and 1/4 cup of that's coconut oil, melted coconut oil, and then 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Just make sure it is your 100% pure maple syrup and not your maple syrup flavorings, because that's got lots of nasty stuff in it. But if you think this has got 2 tablespoons of sugar in this entire dish, and that's it. If you like, it's not overly sweet, so if you like something a little bit sweeter, then you might want to put a little bit more in there. That is it. I've got a couple of things that I'm going to add in that are added extras. But so the coconut oil is, when you put it in the fridge, that's what solidifies to make it into a fudge. So that's, just going to whisk that up a little bit more. As you can see, so easy. Someone once said to me in one of my workshops, what would you do if you don't have a food processor? And I said I'd just buy one, because I don't know how women get on without a food processor, because I just use mine every single day. Okay, now I'm going to stir in 1/4 cup of nuts. walnuts, because you know fudge and brownie is just so much better with some walnuts in it. But if you're nut free, then just leave it out. Easy. It doesn't make any difference. So then, I don't need to show you this part, but I'm going to pour it into my dish here, spread it, just spread off the top, you know, so that it's even, and then I'm going to sprinkle over some cacao nibs. Just because I just like, you know, cacao nibs have got the same nutritional value as cacao powder. You don't need to do this. If you haven't got this part, don't worry about it. It's certainly not necessary. So then you just put it in the fridge for about an hour and it solidifies. Then you cut it up into little squares and there you have black bean fudge. And you know, when you want that sweet treat afternoon or after dinner, this is exactly what you want to have. Now, if you haven't joined my Healthy Eating Made Easy Facebook group, it's a free group, then come on over it and request access. You may have seen my post this week, or you know, yeah, what are we? Yeah, this week, I'm talking about my Diva Cup. I know, random, right? And I'm doing a video in my Healthy Eating Made Easy group tomorrow about my Diva Cup, because it's my first experience of using a Diva Cup. And actually one of the girls at my workshop last night, she came up to me and she said, how's your Diva Cup? And I just, you know, laughed and laughed. And I feel very, the fact that I'm just so open with, you know, personal stuff. But hey, we're all in this together, right? And we all have the same experiences. So if you haven't joined that group and you want to find out all about my first experiences with my Diva Cup, come on over. Healthy Eating Made Easy for Busy Mums. Okay, have an awesome rest of your day. This recipe is on my website, wickedwellbeing.com, and just search black bean fudge. Enjoy, and please post a pic of yours and tell me what you think. See ya.